So I didn't do good in school like at the beginning.
College was difficult for me.
It's just kind of hard to adapt to the people because you don't see them every day. You see them just once in a while.
My name is Stacy Caden. I'm the director of this program.
My name is Khalil Yassin.
My name is Ruth.
My name is Luis Fernandez.
My name is Nelson Maldonado. I'm a mentor/coordinator. When I started college, I didn't feel the connection. So I didn't do good in school like at the beginning.
When I first started walking around the colleges, I never felt like I was part of the society. I was always watching the word, what I say, and how I pronounce it.
When I was in school, I hated language classes. I could not spell, and trying to sound out words I was unfamiliar with, forget about it.
In some ways, I was disengaged from college because they were kind of asking me to do in college, kind of just the format or the way that they wanted me to show what I knew was not the format that I needed to excel.
Well, growing up, I grew up with technology. I grew up with a PlayStation, a computer at home. And I'm pretty familiar with technology, so that's kind of like a second nature to me. So when I came to school, we have textbooks, which is like just regular textbooks you're reading.
I learn better when I listen to things. I usually am able to retain things better than reading things.
We need to approach this on multi-levels because we have students from all different educational experiences coming. So we have to level the playing field, if you will.
We are creating smart learning. We're taking Kurzweil 3000, state-of-the-art technology, and a student community, and we are engaging today's students.
Statistics showing that the more tools that students use, the more engaged they are with their reading, the better they do.
With permission, we're converting textbooks into audible, multisensory, and flexible e-texts. All of a sudden, students can hear their textbooks.
Wall Street showed clear relief Monday over the government's plan to bail out Citigroup Incorporated.
I learned early on, a lot of people have different ways of learning, and I found that I was like an auditory and a visual learner.
It helps me with my pronunciation and listening as ESL student.
They can annotate in multiple forms.
Go through tools and highlight. It gives you all the regular options of highlighting. Like for myself, the red circles is something that, a quote that's very important that I need to remember.
I wanna make a sticky note. Sticky note, it's a little note that you can put in anywhere in the chapter, so you can hear what the chapter is, and then you can summarize what the chapter is about.
Teachers are embedding strategies into the text. They're essentially creating a teacher within the text.
Oh, it's just so wonderful the way the text actually came to life, by having a voice. The teachers being able to leave messages and notes to their class, let the students know how we were reading and ask questions that were open-ended, help them be able to probe the text in more meaningful ways. And I really love the way, you could take these notes and make them into an MP3, put them on your iPod.
I teach a race class, and none of the texts are exactly what I want, and so I think it would be an excellent tool to use to add components that you want to see in your texts that aren't actually available.
And students are helping each other. It's beautiful. Instead of the textbook being this auxiliary, solitary, and kind of confusing and difficult requirement, all of a sudden they become this interwoven, engaging tool of the class. It's transformative.
This is the way that the world is going as far as technology. The way that the world is moving and things that, economies are looking towards is technology. If we can improve the technology that we learn with, we're going to be able to keep up with where the world is going.
And then you were saying like a fun thing, and that you got some people to come because you felt it's fun. What's fun about it?
I did a lot of just playing around with it. That was my big thing. I was playing around, finding all the new functions and all the functions that weren't covered in the basics. And playing around with it helped me get more in depth into my work.
Yeah, it encouraged me to get into it at least, and then just got some better grades. So awesome.
I put it in my computer, and I downloaded the files here on my USB drive, printed them out at home, and while it's reading to me, I do my work.
If I'm right, which I am, you can just go like synonyms and then just click on it, and then it's just gonna give you a bunch of words, and you can actually use one that sounds like cool or something.
So that way you will not use the same words.
The data we're collecting is showing exciting results. When students are connected and they're using this tool along with the study skill features and embedded instructor strategies, they are rising above their peers in higher level thinking skills. We have got these students actively involved. This program there's nothing like it right now. That's what's so exciting about it. And it's taking stuff that's there, technology has been around, and using it in this whole new ways.
What I like about leading the student trainings is that the students feel comfortable coming up to me because I'm a student just like them. They feel comfortable coming up to me saying, hey, how you doing? Saying hi or whatever. And if they need something, they're like, oh, can you help me with this? I think that by doing the presentations, reaching out to people, I have developed a sense of, leadership, and I gained some experience as teaching, maybe become a teacher someday or something like that, I don't know.
We're kind of using a student culture. We're students. How would we want it to be?
There's something about the dynamic that happens between two individuals who are students. It's untouchable from an administrator to a student or faculty to a student.
Many of my students have not had the support of parents or of the education system. And so the mentoring process fills that hole, that gap for them.
But by me being in the class with you, and I may be a mentor within this program, but at the same time, I'm taking the same class, taking the same test, doing the same homework, and it's a community we build upon within each other. That's what attracts students, is we're all in the same game. We're all trying to do this together.
There are so many students who have learning disabilities, and some of those folks have figured out ways to compensate by having study groups or whatever. But the beauty of the Kurzweil project is that these students now have a common means of connecting with their classmates and their instructor.
I've always been excited about learning. The issue is, can you reach me? And then will you give me an opportunity to show you what I'm learning?
So in one room, we have students who have identifiable learning disabilities, those who do not have identified learning disabilities, and then those who have no disabilities. They're all in one class. They're all using the same technology, and they're all advancing in their learning.
When I came to this Universal Learning Lab, I saw people who are more knowledgeable about what is going on in this world, about the humanity and the human and the spirit than who you are. They don't care the way you talk, they don't care the way you look, but they wanted to help you read and succeed in your schooling. So that was a tremendous burden being lifted off my shoulder, to walk, lift my head up and say, this is where I belong.
The student could level with another student and tell them that, either you need to get this done so you can pass the class, or
Extra encouragement.